Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Roya Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. It may seem like superheroes get to have all the fun and win at the end of the day, but when it comes to having some awesome abilities, supervillains totally take the cake. Except none of them seem to have super baking skills, which would make for an awesome character idea. So let's take a look at the top 10 supervillains with the best abilities. In the number 10 spot, we have Killer Frost. You know the struggle of craving ice cream on a hot day, so you go out and buy a tub, only to bring it home and find out it's become ice cream soup. Well, if you had Killer Frost's abilities, this wouldn't ever be a problem. All incarnations of Killer Frost have the ability to create waves of cold and ice, freezing not only inanimate objects but their opponents as well. The only downside is Killer Frost needs heat energy to power up, but on a hot day there's a lot of that around. Coming in at number 9 is Enchantress. There are actually two Enchantresses, one from DC and one from Marvel, but for this list, Marvel's Amora edges out due to the fact that she was created first and doesn't receive nearly as much attention as June Moon. As one of Thor's biggest enemies, she's a member of the Asgardian race and has the ability to manipulate magical energy basically any way she seems fit. She can create illusions, teleport, levitate, all that fun sorcery stuff, and one of her signature spells is that her kiss can enslave any man it encounters. Would be super useful power when it comes to deciding whose turn it is to take out the trash. Next up at number 8, we got Magneto. Magneto was ranked one of IGN's greatest comic book villains of all time, and with the abilities he has, it's pretty easy to see why. Max Eisenhart may not have the most socially magnetic personality, but he makes up for it with his powers. See what I did there? With the ability to manipulate magnetic fields, he can serve as both your master mechanic when your car falls apart, as well as your world savior when he knocks another asteroid off its path to Earth. So yeah, he may be a villain, but we should probably keep him around. Don't want to end up like those dinosaurs did. In the number 7 spot is King Shark. This seems like a weird one, but stick with me here. The coolest thing about this guy's ability is that he is a shark. I bet you didn't see that one coming. But in all seriousness, there are very few animals we are afraid of as much as the shark. So King Shark is the supervillain embodiment of that. He has incredible strength and stamina, as a shark in a feeding frenzy, and most importantly, he can survive underwater just fine and can also live on land for extended periods of time. Imagine if actual sharks could do that. That is just one big nope. Coming in at number 6 is Poison Ivy. The saying goes, leaves of 3, let it be. But if you're Poison Ivy, you would have a way easier time out on the trails without being paranoid every 3-leafed plant was gonna break you out. Not only is Poison Ivy immune to poisons, but one of her unique abilities is to communicate and animate plants to do her bidding. Yes, she talks to plants, big deal. But have you ever tried backwoods camping in an old growth forest? Would be a lot easier if you could just ask all those branches and roots to just move. Next up at number 5, we have the Living Eraser. The Living Eraser has the ability to erase anything he wants, which transports it to another dimension called Dimension Z. This guy gets a bad rap for being a bit of a joke, and to be fair, he kinda is. But take a moment to just think about what you would erase if you had the chance. Bringing a bad report card home, just erase those apps away, mom bugging you to clean up your room again, send her off to the next dimension for a little while. The possibilities are endless. Up next at number 4 is Parallax. This is a bit of a weird one and pretty dark too. Parallax has the strange but useful ability to project fear into the minds of his enemies. This projection was even strong enough to influence and gain control over the likes of Superman and Wonder Woman. And no, this isn't just because of how he looks, it's an actual psionic projection that is strong enough to gain possession over his victims' bodies. With this ability, you would have no problem getting what you want and scaring off those annoying door-to-door salespeople. In the number 3 spot, we have Dark Phoenix. In the Dark Phoenix mantle, Jean Grey retained her telepathic and telekinetic abilities, but they were enhanced hugely. All this stuff is super useful because she is able to manipulate matter at a molecular level. She can levitate objects, create force fields, send concussive blasts. Her powers rival her mentor Professor X's, and the coolest aspect of her ability is her mind reading. This ain't no Edward Cullen stuff, this is the real deal. Coming in at number 2 is Mystique. Sometimes it's boring being me. Maybe one day I want to be my best friend. Maybe another day I want to be Chris Pratt. And then the next week, I want to be a sloth. I mean, I'm basically halfway there. With the powers that Mystique has, she can turn into any human or animal she encounters. Not only can she take on their bodies, but also any clothes and accessories. This ability is easily one of the best and definitely one of the most fun. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we've got AMAZO. If you can't decide on which of the powers we've mentioned to have, why not have all of them? With his absorption cells, AMAZO has the super AMAZO ability of duplicating the powers of of anybody within his proximity. So you can keep your ice cream cold, go camping, and make your mom disappear all at the same time, and look like Chris Pratt while you're doing it, as long as you have friends around with these abilities. So those were the top 10 villains with the best abilities. Let me know in the comment section down below which of these abilities would you love to have. My name is Roy Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.